Welcome to Soaring Daily.
And rebellion is the first thing to deal with. Are we together? The name of that state, the description of that state, the portrait of that state was beautifully communicated by no other person than David. You know why God loved David? When you study the life of David, David is an interesting man. David was, I wonder, I would like to, when I go to heaven, I have many plans. I want to see many people. I want to have several conversations. One of the people I really want to talk to is David. How did you do it? What did you do to God that would make God love you so much? A man after my heart.
Watching Soaring Daily. Please like
David earned that title for himself.
Yes.
There was a state, and I want us to look at it quickly. That is my little exhortation tonight. Are we together now? Psalm 51. Never forget this psalm for the rest of your life. A little theological background. This was the encounter with David and prophet Nathan when the issue of Bathsheba, Uriah, the killing of Uriah, and then his wife and all of that. The prophet came, and the prophet revealed to David. He first used a parable to paint a picture, and David communicated an aggression, and he said, you are that person I'm talking about. And David had the option as a king to do something and say, prophet, we'll chain you, we'll hang you, we'll go away. But David showed us something that every one of us must be able to communicate for now and in the days that come. We're reading the whole chapter. Do you mind reading with me? 1 to read, please. Have mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness, according unto the multitude of thy tender mercies, blot out my transgressions. 2, wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity. Stop. Do you know iniquity is not transgression? Iniquity is not something you do. Iniquity is a state of your heart, executed or not. Tendencies. That means David is saying, do not just save me from the attributes of my humanity that have been expressed. There are still others. Go into my heart and search for the ones that are yet to come out and blot them, so that I do not have episodes of disappointment. You are the only one who knows what the tendencies that are enshrined in my heart. Are we together? All right, so it says, and cleanse me from my sin. Verse 3. For I acknowledge. Now, that is it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the state. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me. For against thee only have I sinned, and done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. Be patient. Keep reading. Behold. Now look at this. I love David. David is really my man. David is like a lawyer. He is both begging and begging intelligently. He's saying, Lord, part of the reasons why I'm asking that your mercy will come now is, remember that this whole thing, I take responsibility already. So don't say I'm careless. But I must also tell you, it's not all my fault. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. He's bringing his mother into the picture. He's bringing the reality of, he's not just bringing a woman. He's bringing the earth. He's bringing his humanity. He's saying this thing was not the issue of me being good or bad. I take responsibility for my participation and my cooperation with my humanity. But by and large, if this episode did not happen, another one would still have happened to express my humanity. So Lord, in dealing with me, remember that you are dealing with someone who was shaped in iniquity. Are we together now? 6. Behold, thou desired truth. When? Not before men. In the inward part, the heart. And in the hidden part, thou shalt make me to know wisdom. 7. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. 8. Make me hear the joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sin, and blot out mine iniquities. 10. Create in me, not create in me a good attitude. Lord, go as deep as you can go. Create in me. Because a poor attitude, several scenarios of the flesh are symptoms. They are report cards of something that is happening within me. So go to the inward part and create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from your presence. Take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me with your free spirit. I'll read the rest and then you join me at verse 17. Then I will teach transgressors your ways. That means as a result of this mercy you have shown me, I will start searching for men who have passed through my phase of life and teach them what to do. When I see a transgressor, I will show him that there is a way out. I will show him, it says, sinners through my experience shall be converted to thee. People waste their pain, they waste their disappointment in regrets. You can turn anything to a principle that will bless you. You come from a family that did not give you the best experience. You can convert it and it will become a blessing to people. Deliver me from blood guiltiness, O God, thou God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness. 15. O Lord, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall show forth your praises. For thou desirest not sacrifice, else I would give it. Thou desirest not burnt offering, else I will give it. Here we go, 17. Ready? 1 to read, please. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart, O God, thou will not despise. Keep that scripture there. The name of the state that attracts the mercy of God is called brokenness. The mercy of God does not work for everybody. The mercy of God looks for a spiritual condition that a man must be postured at to work. Just because mercy is available does not mean everyone will be a partaker and a benefactor of.